Do you know there's a silent manager inside your body running over 500 critical operations 24/7? And get this, it never complains, not even when it's in serious trouble. We're talking about your liver, of course, and in places like Vietnam, it's facing a massive hidden crisis.
You know, this saying really hits home. It perfectly captures how we take our bodies for granted. We just don't see that crown of good health until it's gone. And honestly, no organ wears that crown more silently or works harder behind the scenes than our liver.
So yeah, let's think of your liver as the silent general manager of your body. It's tirelessly overseeing hundreds of different jobs all day, every day, without ever asking for a break. It's a real workhorse.
And when I say workhorse, I am not kidding. This one organ is responsible for over 500, that's right, 500 vital functions. It's processing nutrients, cleaning your blood, making essential proteins, managing cholesterol. It is the ultimate multitasker.
But here's the really scary part, and this is key. Unlike your stomach when you have a stomachache, or your head when you have a headache, your liver has no sensory nerves. You literally cannot feel it being damaged. It suffers in complete silence, which is why problems often go unnoticed until they're really, really severe.
And this whole silent suffering thing, well, it leads to some truly staggering numbers. The reality of liver disease in Vietnam isn't just a small issue. It's a major public health crisis that really needs our attention.
Get this. According to data from 2020, Vietnam ranks 4th in the entire world for the number of deaths from liver cancer. 4th. That isn't just some abstract statistic. It represents thousands and thousands of lives lost to a disease that, in many cases, could have been prevented.
So who's getting hit the hardest? Well, this is where the story takes a sharp turn. I mean, just look at this disparity. Men account for a whopping 78% of all liver cancer cases in the country. Now, that's not random. It is directly linked to some very specific lifestyle factors.
Okay, so what's causing all this? What are these modern enemies waging war on our livers? Well, turns out the culprits are usually hiding in plain sight, woven right into our daily habits and routines.
See, this kind of damage doesn't just pop up overnight. It's a slow, quiet progression. A perfectly healthy liver can become a fatty liver. From there, it can lead to inflammation and scarring, which is called fibrosis. And the final, life-threatening stage is cirrhosis. And the crazy part, you don't feel a thing as it's happening.
So this is so important to understand. Let's break down the culprits. Of course, frequent alcohol use is a huge one, and that helps explain that big number for men. But it's also things like diets heavy in fried foods, overusing certain medicines without a doctor's supervision, not getting enough exercise, and consistently going to bed late. You know, the liver does its most important repair work between 11 p.m. and 3 a.m., and if we're still awake, we're basically stealing its repair time.
Okay, I know this all sounds pretty grim, but it is absolutely not a story without hope. Not even close. Let's pivot away from the problem and talk about the solution, which actually starts with understanding the incredible, natural power of our own bodies.
I just love this quote. It completely flips the script, doesn't it? Of course, hospitals and doctors are essential, but the real ultimate power to heal and stay healthy, that's within us. Our bodies have this amazing built-in repair system, but it really needs our help to work. Think about it like this. You know how we are with our cars or motorbikes, right? We're so careful to get regular oil changes. We do the checkups because we want them to run well for a long time. But what about our bodies? Our bodies need that same kind of maintenance. They need the right raw materials, like good food, water, and rest to do their self-repair jobs.
So, how do we actually do this? How do we proactively protect our liver? It's all about giving our body the tools it needs before there's a problem. And honestly, there's this incredible story from our source material that just brings this whole idea to life.
So the speaker tells this story about her grandfather. At 82, after a stroke, the hospital sent him home. They basically told the family to prepare for the worst because his body just couldn't absorb any food. But the family didn't give up. Instead, they gave him pure, high-quality nutrition that was super easy to absorb. And the result? It was nothing short of miraculous. He didn't just survive, he started to thrive. 8.5 years later, he's walking around, thinking clearly and totally healthy.
I mean, that story just proves it, right? His body wasn't failing. It was just starving for the right building blocks. The second it got those raw materials, its natural ability to heal just took over. It's just an amazing reminder of how resilient our bodies can be when we give them what they need.
And that really brings us to a final, really important point about our priorities. We work so hard to make money,
to build up our assets. But like this quote says, if you don't have your health, all that money just becomes an inheritance for someone else to deal with. At the end of the day, your health is the one asset that lets you enjoy everything else.
So, I'm going to leave you with this one question to chew on. We don't think twice about investing time and money to maintain our cars, but what kind of value are we placing on our own bodies? It's the only vehicle we're ever going to get for this journey through life. Are we giving it the premium fuel and the regular maintenance it deserves? Just something to think about. Thanks for tuning in.